The Iceman is back. Conor Daily is back as well. We've got Chase Elliott waiver news and just really honestly a whole bunch more. So let's get into it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. All right, let's jump into it. The Chase Elliott waiver news from Elton Sawyer is thus from John Newby at the Heavy. Elton Sawyer NASCAR Vice President of Competition weighed in about the situation during a Tuesday appearance on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio's The Morning Drive. Sawyer explained NASCAR is still in the early stages of this process, and the focus is still on Elliott's recovery. Any decision about a waiver will not take place until the driver of the number 9 is medically cleared to return. So there you go. NASCAR is not going to make a decision as to whether or not Chase Elliott gets that waiver until after he is medically cleared to return to the sport. Kind of weird. I don't know. I don't understand exactly why they would do that, but whatever. That's NASCAR. That's their call. That's their decision. They are going to make that decision. All right, let's get on to the Iceman and Project 91. I had a fantastic time in NASCAR, Raikkonen said in the press release. There was a lot to learn in a very short amount of time, but everyone was very helpful. The competition was a big challenge. This time I get to race on a track I'm familiar with, so there won't be as steep of a learning curve. I want to have fun, but also do as well as I can. That is Kimi Raikkonen talking about he will be back in NASCAR racing at COTA once again in the Project 91 car for Trackhouse. And in that same article from John Newby, because that was from John Newby at the Heavy as well, we learned that Conor Daly will also be in that race for the Money Team. The Money Team Racing, the organization owned by Floyd Mayweather Jr., announced March 7th it will return to the Cup Series at the Circuit of the Americas. The team will strive to qualify for a spot in the 40-car field. As part of the announcement, the Money Racing team confirmed that IndyCar Series driver Conor Daly will be in control of the number 50 Bitnile Chevrolet Camaro as he makes his third career Cup Series start. He will also try to qualify for the road course race while continuing to gain experience in NASCAR. So there you go. 2 open wheel guys will be in the field, but let's not stop there because Jordan Taylor, Rodney Sandstorm, whatever you want to call him, he will be the substitute for Chase Elliott. So we will basically have 3 different, not necessarily all open wheel, but basically 3 different drivers from 3 different disciplines, 2 open wheel, 1 being sports cars in the event for COTA. So that should add a little bit of excitement for COTA, bring some eyes that might not normally watch a NASCAR race. So that will be a cool deal to keep track of. You can see right here Ross Chastain signing the wall that he did the Hail Melon on, and that wall right there is being removed from Martinsville Speedway to be preserved for fans to look at it for years and years to come. It will be at the NASCAR Hall of Fame Museum on display, at least one part of it, and that will probably be the part that he signed there. So it's going to be really cool that NASCAR, even though they outlawed the move, they're still going to celebrate it, that it was one of the coolest things to ever happen in NASCAR history. So if you want to check that out, eventually when they get it to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, that's where it will be at. All right, now on to a few just this and that items to clean this one up. Hendrick Motorsports announcing its Xfinity car schedule. HendrickCars.com is back for more in the NASCAR Xfinity Racing, the number 17. Which race are you looking forward to? There will be William Byron at the Circuit of Americas on 325. Sonoma race will be Kyle Larson, 610. Alex Bowman, Watkins Glen International, 819. And Kyle Larson again at Darlington in September. But the Hendrick Cars news doesn't stop there, as they will be sponsoring the number 51 of Kyle Busch Motorsports when William Byron jumps behind the wheel for Bristol Dirt, Darlington, and North Wilkesboro. We've seen road course ringers, but now we've got a dirt ringer for the Bristol Dirt Race. Colleague Racing says things are about to get dirty. We're thrilled to have Jonathan Davenport behind the wheel of the number 13 Nutriag Retail Chevy for the Dirt Bristol Race. Leading the field, trophy hunting. And Justin Haley said, I couldn't be more excited to have Jonathan as a teammate. I admire his craft and skills. Very deserving. He will impress. More news to discuss as well. Carson Hocevar is hooking up with Spire Motorsports. We'll be fielding 6 entries in the NASCAR Xfinity Series this season with Carson Hocevar as wheelman and Premier Security Solutions as the primary sponsor. Read more at the Spire Motorsports Twitter, I guess. And one more thing before we go. Martin Truex Jr. has made over 600 and something starts in the NASCAR Cup Series. But when he fires up that engine at Phoenix this weekend, it will be his 400th for Toyota. So 400 starts for Martin Truex Jr. under the Toyota flag. So that was also cool as well. All right, that is all I got for you on this one. If you made it this far, feel free to subscribe down below. All your subscriptions mean a lot to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, you know I appreciate you all as well. If you got a question or comment or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace. Free bird.